Amazing. Here we are again. So welcome to our global broadcast, which is every Monday, 7 o'clock in the evening in UK's time. But of course, since we're doing the webinar globally, might some of your area where you live today is early morning or afternoon. So my greetings from me, good morning, good afternoon. And so I know how busy lifestyle we have, all of you, and might you have other plans to do today, but you decided to be with me here and Manjula. So I want to say give you a round of applause. But yeah, just clap yourself, put your hand on your shoulder and say to yourself, thank you for attending to the webinar. And the person who sent you on this webinar, I can guarantee you can say him thank you very much, because me and Manjula are going to give you really valuable information about Skyway Invest Group, about Skyway technology, who we are, also what actually is Skyway technology, so their advantages. So this first part will cover Manjula, and the second part, Manjula going to pass me. So I will tell you what is in it for you, what is multi-level crowd investing, how to build a successful business in Skyway Invest Group, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, questions and answers. So let me pass my great colleague, Manjula. So she's going to start the webinar.
Hello everyone, good evening here in UK, good afternoon and good morning wherever you are. As Alena said, this is a global webinar. So let me introduce myself first. I'm Manjula Pankhania. I am a business consultant. I'm also a private investor and shareholder of various companies. I am an expert in taxation and finance, and I am very, very passionate about environment and health. I'll tell you why. Today, more than anything, everybody needs to be aware of the environment and health. I'll tell you, a recent article in The Guardian actually stated that 9 million people a year is killed by global pollution, and it is a threat to human societies if people do actually know or not about, but these are the true facts that we cannot hide about. So this actually proves that it's not just natural disasters that we are facing, but even the man's destruction. So let's move forward to my webinar. So today, as I just mentioned, we have this challenge overpopulation, the emissions from the transport, as you can see from this slide. So I'm going to take you to the second slide or the next slide, and it's a short video. I sit back and enjoy. So how did you enjoy that video? Let me guess, you might be thinking, is this for real or is it a futuristic movie? Okay, well, it actually is for real. And let me summarize what you just saw on that the video. We have 4 types of different transport modes. We have the skyway speed. The high speed is for long distances, and it's low noise, eco-friendly, and very highly efficient. Can do up to 500 kilometers per hour, and also able to carry at least 500,000 passengers per day. We talk about the cargo. We have the cargo, which is designed for transportation of cargoes. Again, this cargo is able to do 500 kilometers per hour and carry 200 million tons per year or more. Well, we also have the urban skyway, which is for the linear cities and the suburban, which can do about 150 kilometers per hour and also carry passengers of at least 25,000 per hour. And we have the unibike, which is designed for fitness and entertainment purposes and can do up to 120 kilometers per hour. Now, let me introduce you to Dr. Anatoly Yunitsky. He is the inventor of string technology. And I'll tell you a little bit more about him. He's an engineer, he's a scientist, and as I said earlier on, this special, unique string transport technology, he is the inventor. And he's received over 200 patents, several awards and certificates. He's had 2 grants of United Nations for development, and I can sit here all night and tell you more about him, but I will not be able to progress further. So I suggest you take a note of his website, which is www.yunitsky.com, and you can read more about this unique person and also the technology. There's everything that you need to know about this transport technology. Now I'm going to introduce you to another very important person, and his name is Andrei Hovravtov. Little background of him: in his teenage years, he's actually set up several very successful businesses, and through this, he's actually recognized that there's a real need to educate people on how to manage money. So he has actually set up an academy educating people on finance, how to make money, how to value the money and make money grow for you. And he's also an author and mentor. So Andrei Hovravtov, he is our CEO of Skyway Invest Group, which is an educational investment portal and is the trademark of Rail Skyway system. And our mission is to educate people about the importance of financial and investment education, which there is a great need for everybody. So why these 2 people are important? Yunitsky, Anatoly Yunitsky, he's the inventor of this unique string transport technology, which is going to save the environment. And Andrei Hovravtov has a great vast experience in investing and financial. So together they met and they signed up a partnership agreement in September 2014 between the Skyway Invest Group and Euro-Asian Rail Skyway System. So I'm going to explain a little bit more about this technology and its development. So Anatoly Yunitsky, in 1978, now this goes back almost 40 years, that he dreamt and designed sketches of this technology, but he didn't give up on his dreams or vision. Fast forward to 2001, he spoke with somebody and he had a sponsor where we were able to start this project. However, halfway down the line, the base was burnt down and the project had to close down. But in 2014, when Anatoly Yunitsky and Andrei Vraftra met and signed up the agreement, the project was started again. So they spoke to Belarus. This was in Belarus. They spoke to Belarus and they were so impressed by this technology that they decided to give 36 hectares of disused army base actually to set up this project. Now, with anything that's new, it needs to be built, trialed and tested. So it was a great opportunity for Yunitsky to set this project, which is called Ecotech Park. Fast forward to the current day, 2017, as you can see from the last picture, this is our project as of now. So a little bit more about the Ecotechno Park. As I said just now earlier on, that we were given the land 36.86 hectares, and it's in Mariana Gorka, the region of Belarus. And like I said, with any product, the end result of this Ecotechno Park, which has 15 phases, which I'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But why is this Ecotechno Park important? The answer is that it's very important because it is a physical place where currently people from all over the world can visit and see for themselves and test the Skyway transport technology before it actually goes live. I mean, this is a very, very, very huge project, and it's very important that after it's built, for the health and safety, it is certified. So before it goes live, we need to make sure that it's trialed, tested, and certified that it's safe. So here, I'm just going to explain what I meant by the stages. Going back to 1978, that's when the technology was invented. 2014, the two most important people met, and like any other business, you need to put a business plan in place. And here, the business plan was put in place with 15 phases. So initially, they just had the land, and then obviously they needed to get the engineering, the engineers, build the construction. Every time one part was completed, we would move on to the next stage. So fast forward, currently we are in stage 10, which is the certification and demonstration, which could end in a few weeks' time and move on to stage 11. As you can see from the slide, right at the end, it says IPO. Once the project is completed, we will be listed on the stock market. So in a nutshell, we are not very far off. We are more or less about 2/3 away from completion. Here, this slide, I'm going to talk about the competitors. Like anything new, which I'm sure many of you can agree that there are always competitors, no matter what project it is, how unique it is. So we do have several competitors. I'm just mentioning 3 here. People might have heard of Hyperloop. But you can see all of them are eco-friendly, and that's what we need. The world needs eco-friendly. But the other 3 are actually on flat ground, and our adapted stability is that we're off the ground on the air, and we can be built anywhere, sea, mountains, jungle, deserts, you name it, we can be anywhere. And the other plus point is that we're very highly safety, and cost is very, very, very cheap than the rest. Now, another plus is that because we are eco-friendly, we are also very low in the noise. The fact that the animals were on the fields, right? And you know how when they hear the noise, they do get frightened. Here, because it's so low, it is animal friendly as well. So this slide, just a bit more on how our technology is going worldwide. Here is a slide where Dr. Rod Hook, he's the middle picture with the shirt, no jacket on. He's actually an ex-transport minister of Australia. He's an engineer, and he has also built 9 bridges in Australia. Now, when he first got to know about Skyway, he was very, very, very skeptical. However, because he has an open mind with his background of engineering, he visited Belarus, he visited the Ecotechno Park, and he was actually blown away. He went back to Australia and he got in touch with a couple of his top engineers, and he revisited Belarus and he's not looked back. Today, he is the director of Skyway Australia. Ireland. Here, a lot of pilgrims do actually visit Ireland, and they go up the mountains. So Ireland are very, very interested in our Skyway technology project to build this so that it makes life easier for all these pilgrims to go up the mountains. Here, as you can see, India. The first picture, what can I say? The traffic is going anywhere. It is just like unbelievably congested, very polluted. And I myself have been in India several times, and you don't actually see the blue sky. The smog is always there. How bad is that for health? In May of 2017, there was a smart city exhibition in New Delhi where Anatoly Yunitsky and several other people did actually attend from his team. And he was also invited by Dalai Lama to visit his base, as you can see that picture. And by touching his head, he's giving the blessings, because even Dalai Lama does actually see the vision of the transport technology invented by Anatoly Yunitsky. We recently had another exhibition in New Delhi not so long ago, and that too was very successful. Now here I want to show you a video of, well, actually it's happy moments. In July, I myself, along with a couple of colleagues from UK, actually not a couple of colleagues from UK, but thousands of people around the world, went to the Belarus Minsk Ecotechno Park to see it for ourselves. It was a festival that was held, and here's some moments that I'd like you to have a look at this video and feel it and see it for yourself, that what I have just been talking about is not just pictures or slides or futuristic. This is for real. So enjoy. How did you like that? This is for real. Let me just tell you a little bit about my story. I worked for HMRC, Her Majesty's Revenue and Custom, as a tax professional for 37 years. And when I was introduced to Skyway Transport Technology by my good friend from Mumbai, I see the vision, I felt it, that now than ever before we need this. We really do need this, not just in UK or in Australia or India, globally, the whole world needs this transport to improve the environment and in return help with the health. Now that's me done. I'm going to pass you over to my colleague Alena. What's in it for you? Good night here in UK and have a great day ahead if it's morning or afternoon, wherever you are. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, Manjula. That was amazing. And I hope you understand kind of briefly about Skyway technology, about Mr. Unitsky, about his vision that he wants to revolutionize the world. This transport will impact mankind. And of course, with the Skyway Invest Group, we are here, unite and help him to make his dream happen. And as you see from previous pictures and videos, we have already more than 1 million supporters. And because of the people's help, we already managed to build Eco Techno Park, which is already up and running. And it's great. And still you're not really sure what is there for you. So you know there's the technology, there's people behind, there's countries behind, ministers and scientists and engineers. But what is there for you? So this is going to be my session. And briefly, I'm sure you heard my name before, but if you haven't, my name is Alena Pepina. And today I am manager at Global Transnet UK. Also, I'm private investor and shareholder of various companies. Also, I have been graduated and Master Profi, which is part of the Skyway Invest Group. So because I want to be part of the business, which I'm going to explain you later on, which is must in our company, because in order to talk about technology, about the business, it's really, really important. So it's not just all about, of course, it's all about knowing about the technology and what is there, but for the business and for more further future involvement is important. Myself, I heard about the Skyway technology like almost 4 years ago. And since then, I've been really, really interested, but not as from business side. So more heavily I involved last year, and since then my life changed completely. So that's why I'm here today with you, give you more information, try to motivate as much as I can and give more brief information. So so how we done this so far through the Skyway Invest Group? So we are going to use new term in our company, Skyway Invest Group, which is multi-level crowd investing. So whatever you see today, as I mentioned earlier, is done by crowd. And do you agree with me that the crowd have the greatest power? If there will be 2, 3, or 4 people, someone can take us down, right? But if there will be like millions of people, no one can take us down. So we are looking for people who wants to believe, who wants to see this technology. So that's why I involve the crowd, and there is opportunity for you. But slightly explain what actually means crowd investing, crowdfunding. We know and we heard, I believe, so many times. There's so many adverts, and let's go to see the video, and then again I'm going to come back with you.
Here's how crowdfunding works in a nutshell. Let's say Historically, they've had limited options. They can get a loan from the bank. They can borrow money from their friends and family. But now they have a new option, crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is an emerging trend where many individuals each make a small financial contribution to a project. And together, these contributions add up to enough money to get the project off the ground. Now, there's two main types of crowdfunding. There's rewards-based crowdfunding and it's equity crowdfunding. Let's look at rewards-based first. Rewards-based crowdfunding allows donors like you to contribute capital to projects of your choice, and in return, you'll receive a reward. For example, if the project is a documentary film, there might be free tickets to the first screening. If the project is a video game, you might receive a free copy of the game. Two of the most popular rewards-based crowdfunding sites are Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Now, to be clear, if you donate to a rewards-based project, the project turns into a huge financial success. You're not going to receive any profits, not a dime. However, there's a new form of crowdfunding that fixes this problem. It's called equity crowdfunding. Equity crowdfunding is similar to rewards-based crowdfunding, but with major difference. With equity crowdfunding, when you move to investment, you'll receive an actual ownership stake in the business you back. So if you invest in a startup project and it turns into the next Google or the next Facebook, you're going to receive your share of the profits, and those profits can be substantial. As just one example, when Facebook went public, its first investor got 2,000 times his money. More recently, a robotics startup called Remont raised capital using equity crowdfunding. 14 months later, Remont went public on the Nasdaq, and its early backers made a 500% return. These backers are regular investors, just like you. But to be clear, these types of returns aren't going to happen every day. And with the potential for higher returns comes higher risk. So before you invest in an equity crowdfunding site, take the time to prepare yourself. Learn about the risks of late-stage investing. Do research with each startup you're thinking of investing in. And if you do invest, only invest a small amount of your total capital. And here's something else to keep in mind. At the moment, equity crowdfunding is only accessible to what's called accredited investors. An accredited investor has a net worth of at least $1 million or earns at least $200,000 per year. But if you're not yet accredited, don't worry, because equity crowdfunding is about to become accessible to everyone. You see, a new set of rules is about to pass that will allow all investors to invest in startups. It's called the Jobs Act, and we believe it will completely change how America invests.
I think the video is really great and explains a lot more about what is crowd investing, what is crowdfunding. And then let me ask you one question or permission. Well, you can write it down, maybe top 3 companies today what exist globally. And imagine that before the company went on public, before company went famous, you had, or your parents had, this opportunity to support, let's say, the same Facebook, Google, Yahoo, Alibaba. There's so many companies previously who had exactly the same situation like we had. So today in a Skyway string technology, we united the people together as, let's say, for Facebook or Google, they needed. So you can be part of us, you can support us, and we also give you as much information as we can. And briefly, when the person was explaining about crowd investing and crowdfunding, actually 2012, there was no law that the ordinary people actually come abroad and help companies raise the funds. So since 2012, it's officially opened the platform for people, ordinary people, to come abroad and help different startup companies to raise the funds. And of course, there's different ones with different return. But in our company, what the Unitsky wants to give you part of to be part of this technology, so become the co-owner. So how you can do this and how we done in Skyway Invest Group, simply people was coming, believing his dream, chipping a different amount of money, even starting from $5. And as a return, he's giving pre-IPO equity in his company. Of course, as in the video, the person was mentioning is the basic, when you're involving in venture capitals and venture project, is big risk. The higher risk, the higher return is. And do you agree with me? Personally, when I was approaching people years back, 2 years ago, and we start telling about the project, we had nothing to, to prove you. There was just only land, a couple supporter legs, and we have to kind of prove you. Today we have everything to you. We have, as I mentioned earlier, we have already a lot of supporters, a lot of different countries involved. So I just put out one slide, which is for installments, but we have also different opportunities for you. But in our company, how we do through the EIPs, which is Education Information Program, you can support Mr. Unitsky financially, and as a bonus, you're receiving equity in the company. So these are slightly different packages, which you can see in your back office. If you don't have a back office, I can explain you later on how you can register or how you can log in and ship around what is opportunity there for you. But briefly explain to you, briefly explain to you. So what I mean by that, for example, today person loved the project. He sees that he wants to support Mr. Unitsky, and even with $1,000, the person receive bonuses 1,300,000, which is when the company go, as Manjula mentioned, on stock market. The company is already evaluated for 400 billions. Well, 400 billions. That's mean the company have underestimated price $1 per one equity. So imagine what discount the company giving to you. So this is kind of briefly what I can explain to you. The second thing is our company, we are looking for people also who wants to expand in our business. Which I again explain you later on, but there also is opportunity kind of skip a couple ranks to become the consultant or manager, but at the same time you are receiving free training, master profit. Also you have unlimited earning potentials and business entity, and the same for manager, but manager have more opportunities. Let's say you're living in a country where you can see this project can definitely impact your country environment. You can also slowly taking the steps and initiate or offer this region the project, because this is, as Manjula mentioned, is ecologically friendly, innovative technology. The second part will be covered for business opportunities in our Skyway Invest group. So the first part is done. We covered voice technology, also voice in there for you. But the business part is if you also want to know how you can today start earning the money, how you can approach the people, and just really briefly. But I put out only one slide, which is Robert Kiyosaki Financial Quadrant. Most of you haven't heard, or you heard about the quadrant, but each of you today fall in at least one quadrant, which is employee. Employee are people like I used to be, most of the people who going to work and earn the money, which is of course needed because we need to live. The self-employed is who decided to want to be kind of small business owner. He just don't want to go to work. He don't want to have the the boss who just telling you what to do. He wants to be own boss. And when self-employed decides and to create bigger empire in his big business for more than 5,000 people, he can open his business, like massive business. So what I want to say to you with this, so today people running after the money, and whatever the hours you do, you got paid. And but when it comes saving the money, when it comes to generate the money, most of you are not really educated. Please don't take this personally, and maybe you are, but I've been speaking to so many people today, and most of the people actually are not. So that's why today we are living in a world that we are financially unstable, because end of the month we always have run out the money because we spend it for unnecessarily things. Because we never been told actually how we need to generate, how we need to make money work for us. And when it comes the fourth quadrant, investor, that is the key, because through the investing, through the generate the money, you can make multiple income streams. Of course, I'm not going to go too much about the financial quadrant, so that's I put down the little note. You can go yourself and check. There's so many information. So I'm not just here, to tell you what is the best, what is not, but you need to start doing research yourself. So the company today offers different income streams. So today, you love the project. Let's say you love the project, and now you want to share to your friends or your family members exactly the same access to see what is there for them. So you're explaining technology, you explain this technology is innovative, you also explain that the Mr. Unitsky needs to have financial support. And once the person understands that the bigger picture, that also he wants to help and wants also get them in return equity in a company, he of course going to choose different options. So he's going to also put his money in, and as soon as the person put money in, you can start the money. How amazing is that? And I've been again speaking to so many people, and people saying how I'm going to explain to my person that I'm going to earn money from you. But it's everywhere. Just go, I don't know, go to, I used to be hairdresser, so I was cutting the hair for the people, and the company to attract more customers, we was giving like different discounts. Or even, I know we are today, office is in WeWork offices, the same thing. So if I'm going to promote WeWork offices to someone else for different companies, the company WeWork give me the cash or some discount. It's everywhere. Look around. So in our company, we want to give back to the people for hard work, what you're doing. So through the web network, we give up to 35%. Of course, after this slide, I'm going to explain to you a bit details, what percentage, but there is a massive, massive opportunity for you. And we are offering new innovative transport technology. Later on tomorrow or day after tomorrow, but don't get me wrong with this slide, but also once you start understand this, what is all about the technology, how serious actually is, and what people and what audience we can approach, you can become the company representative. Personally, me, I'm originally from Latvia, and I know we don't have as many leaders, or we don't have leaders at all. So my opportunity is go to Latvia, start keeping touch with all people who are there, talk to more people, give this access, and I can also open the office there, which company going to help me, and I can become the director with different directors, and we can start earning money also from this specific region. It's the same from where you are, like from New Zealand, from Australia, Dubai, different regions. Big contracts is big investors, of course, people who have more than 100,000 or couple millions, who's willing to be part of the technology. Of course, they're not going to go to network. They want to see different contracts. They want to see different lawyers. They, of course, want to see Mr. Unitsky, the park. So they're going to go from different procedure in a company. But there is also opportunity for you. And project initiations, as I mentioned, if you know someone or who also would love to see in a city this transportation, also opportunities there for you. But what I want to say to you, Mr. Unitsky today have more than 200 projects in place, and he's going to look for more profitable. This part will be more for longer term, but also it can be there for you. And for the future, when the company is public on a stock market, of course, as Facebook started with little amount, $10, and today is $150. So the more people use it, the more stocks go up. So it's any company today, right? So exactly it was going to be for us. So the more we're going to build, the more people going to use it, the more we're going to expand, the equity price will go up and up. So as I mentioned earlier, the estimated price will be for $1. It can go from 10, 100, and you can just go up and up and up. And the dividends. Mr. Unitsky signed a contract that he is happy to give 20% of whatever profit company will make near future. So today, people, all of the people who support the project financially are co-owners from any country. It doesn't matter where we're going to build it near future. We're going to build India, Australia, America. You will receive dividends globally, 20%. Imagine that. It's massive, massive, massive. Briefly, marketing plan. Probably marketing plan is more familiar for people who have previously been involved or are still involved in different multi-level marketing companies. We are slightly different. If you do want to share it, compare it, but it's fine. If you do say it's similar, it's okay. I totally respect you. But only thing why I want to say we are more different like any other multi-level company, we do have unlimited potential earnings and also the levels where you can reach in our company in our company in infinity. There is no, I don't know, 10, 8 or 20 lines. It will be infinity. And if you see, if the person achieved the rank, let's say top manager, he will earn more than actually in line 3rd and 4th. I know Mike, who is in a company really new, it will be confusing what means partners, agent, consultants, and managers. But in our website, Skyway Invest Group, is briefly we have marketing plan or bonus plan. You can see how you can achieve these ranks through the network. But when I was mentioning earlier about fast track, you also can do the fast track with a consultant and manager, just involving more funds into your Skyway Invest Group platform. And so as I mentioned, so we today not just talking about Skyway technology. We are talking about more and more in the future in our company. So 2014, there was just scientists, there was just involved high tech, and it's still counted as a venture or startup market, of course. Do you agree? Because we're still going through the certification process. But once we certify the technology, and I think Manjula didn't mention, but today Unibus and Unibike already achieve the speed up to 105 kilometers per hour. And there's the second stage of the certification, Once we finalize the second stage of the certification, when it's going to be temperature will drop and there is going to be ice and snow, they will start the third stage of certification. After that, that's it. We are certified. So we are unlocked everything. So whatever pre-orders or MOU being signed, we can go back to the countries, and that's it. So once the countries start implementing the technology, of course, physically we can't transfer all parts from Belarus to, let's say, from India. So of course they're going to open the factories. So straight away we're going to involve in manufacturing markets. So where we're going to implement technology and the trains, of course there will be the stations. Inside of the station there will be you haven't seen it, but if you go to Mr. Unitsky's website, he also want to create a linear city. So they will be involved in linear cities, which are going to be real estate. When the company goes on market, there is, of course, will be involved the forex and stock market, insurance and banking sector. So there is potential, huge potential in Skyway Invest Group. In Skyway Steam Technology. So this is like never ending. So we are front of new history, new transport innovation. So imagine that. That's crazy. So what we can offer today, of course, anyone can start earn money from day one. At least you need to help Mr. Unitsky for $8. Of course, how can you go to the person and tell him to support the project if you done your personal financial help was $8? If you truly believe and truly want to make his dream happen, of course, you will see more than that. But of course, you can do whatever amount you feel is right for you. As I mentioned earlier, from the marketing plan, you have unlimited earnings, no levels. We have innovative transport technology, which will revolutionize the world. And anyone today can be part of Skyway technology. So even my daughter and my friends' daughters or my friends' grandkids also been involved in the project, and the old lady. So anyone can be part of the project. Because I know usually to be part of the business will be different part, but part of the co-owner, anyone today can be supporting this project. What you need to do if you haven't registered yet, the person who sent you on this webinar or recorded webinar, please go back to him or her, and she or he will send you the link where you need to register. You need to fill up cooperation agreement, complete your ratification, because it's really important in our company you prove that you person, let's say, exist. Because it's the same like you're going to shop to buy a phone or getting a new bank card, the company needs to know who you are. So exactly for us. So once you start financially support the project, and once you're done, the company will send you also the certificate. So what name do you want on that certificate? So that is really important part. Learn about the product, company and business. So before you do anything, before I explain to you, before the person explains to you, do your own due diligence. We have so many information today in different platforms where you can read about, where you can read specific about Unitsky, Skyway Invest Group, the main company, even Wikipedia. There's so many information. It's always good to do your own due diligence. Once you love the product, once you love the business, of course, there's not going to be business without the people. So you need to start talk. And if you want to become the leader, you need to help the others. Do the meetings and presentations. One of the good things you attended also to my webinar and Manjula's webinar. We have globally already leaders in Australia, India, in different parts of the world. They're also having the offline trainings and conferences. Self-development. So if you want to develop yourself and you want to see in your future changes, then you need to do that. Because if you do today what you've done yesterday and you never, how to explain? So if you're doing something what you've done yesterday and nothing changed, and if you're not going to do nothing different tomorrow, also is nothing going to change. So today is the day to start doing different things. I hope that makes sense. For the company, it's really important to take responsibility because end of the day, we are supporting Mr. Unitsky, and we need to make sure we are sharing right information from right websites, from right people, because previously we had a really bad experience that people give wrong information or they don't know enough and they kind of making up. Don't make it up. Be honest with the person. If you don't know the answer, find out the answer. Go back to your leaders or go back to support. Ask the questions. Never make it up, please. And follow the system. It's simple. Follow the system. What I mean by that, whatever we done in Skyway Invest Group for past 3-4 years, it works. So what you can do, we do have recorded webinars for training for people who want to take the business and want to know more details how to approach the people. Or also you can go back to the leaders. We have great promotion. If you want to go with all team to Emirates with a cruise ship, it's there for us. So what company created, there is special promotion part in your Skyway Invest Group website, which is in orange color after down to your name. So what's happening? So more make it clear. From this promotion, you starting completely clear ranks. What I mean by that, for example, if you are today the manager, but for the promotion from 1st July, you start like as a partner. So from 1st July, you need to do your personal funding for the Unitsky with different amount of money, whatever promotion you want to go for. If you want to go for consultant, then from 1st July, you need to do your personal involvement for the funding 500 units. Or if you want to go for manager, then 1,000 units. So what you need to do from 1st July, you need to attract fresh 5 new consultants, fresh new managers. And if you see in this slide, and also you can go back to your Skyway Invest Group website, you can more see the details. It's amazing promotion. Don't miss it. The promotion will end December 20th of December, so there's not much left. So if you want to do and go for it. Start doing today. So of course, as I mentioned, today we are globally. Today we have more than 1 million people support our project. So we are expanding massively. So we are everywhere today. So the person, if you are around in Australia on 18th of 19th November, you can go to lovely Sharon and Sally. They're going to run amazing presentation. That is there for you. The more follow-up for different events, you can also see in Skyway Invest Group website. We are running webinar for you. Of course, there is always place to improve. So if you have any questions or any concerns, what you like or what you dislike in our webinars, Annette or me or Manjula, we are more than welcome to listen to you because there's always place to improve. So what we want to do, I know a lot of people can't attend to offline presentations, so we want to make more comfortable for you so you can listen and more understand And we just want to know also your opinion. So really soon, Annette is going to put down a survey, so where people can share their thoughts about the webinars. Of course, this will be really great for me, for myself. And of course, if you can follow, like, share, and do the comments, and because we have different social medias where we are promoting Skywesting Technology, Skyway Invest Group. Of course, I know all of you're doing today hard work, you're talking to the people, you talk to everyone, but still, I don't know if you agree, but I know that the social media today is the strongest vehicle for any business. So the more you're going to help as a company to share the news, what is Skyway Technology, the more we're going to spread out quicker. So what you can do, we are from the English speakers, we are promoting Global Transnet UK, but of course there is news in Skyway Invest Group, which you also can share. But just again, go back to your leaders, follow them, follow us, and we are the same family. So I think that will be really amazing. So yeah, I'm done. Hopefully you enjoyed and liked the webinar. If you have any questions, I am more than welcome to listening to you. Amit, do you have any questions? Or Daniel? Daniel, nice to see you here again. Oh, Zenny. So, of course, what I do, I love to do. So I love to be here every Monday with you and share my personal and, of course, all the facts, what's happening in the company. If you don't have any questions, it's good or bad. I was too good with Manjula, or you didn't understand nothing. But of course, if you have more questions, again, next Monday we have webinar. We have different groups, WhatsApp groups, Skype groups, Facebook groups, where you can ask different questions. And yeah, thank you much for attending. I really appreciate that because I know today the time is really precious, and that's amazing. So yeah, I think I can see one question. Alena and Manjula. Hi Danielle. Perfect. I will see you soon then, if you're coming tomorrow. Okay then. Yes. Great to be with you today, and yeah, see you soon. Bye. See you tomorrow.